Welcome back, everybody, to 12-Foot Chain. I'm going to do something a little different this week. I'm going to start a new series called, I think I'm going to call it Woodshedding. Instead of going over an entire song, we're going to take a chunk of a song and dive down into that one and just go through a quicker tutorial of that piece of the song. Might be a solo, might be a little riff, but it's something that's just, you know, from a guitar point of view, interesting. And so for this week, I'm going to do the solo section for Over the Hills and Far Away, and I think just it has a lot of really interesting pieces to it, some more complicated than others, and I never really ever learned that weird climb that happens at the very end that's in that F sharp solo section, and I didn't really know what that was all about, but I just figured that out and understand what he's doing there, and so let's just talk about that. Okay, so for the solo section, there's a little sort of pre-solo, or I don't know what you want to call that. It's not really a pre-chorus, but it's a little section that sets up the solo where the chords are going G, right? G, D, A, and E. So the little solo part that comes in there is right here off of the G major pentatonic. Is right here starting at 8, and you're going to do your G major bend up, and then you're going to do a D major bend up. So you're starting on the 2nd string and you're moving back to the 3rd string between the 8th or 8th, 9th, and 10th and the 7th, 8th, and 9th. So it looks like this. Turn that delay off. Right? And then it's ending on the E. So the first time it's... He gets both of those notes in there. Second time, same thing. Oops. So there's sort of a emphasis on the first one. When you slide up, you're hearing this. When you're sliding on the second one, you're kind of hearing the lower one. So you can play it in either place. There. Or you can do. There you go. So then it opens up into F sharp. And we're now into minor pentatonic. For an effect, he's got sort of a Leslie speaker going on, so I've got something that sort of sounds like that here. He also, I think, has his tone rolled off a lot. Is how it opens. And I'm just going to go through the solo sort of piece by piece. The next one. And the next piece. One of my favorite parts there. So slow down the video if you need to break apart those pieces. Then he's sliding up to 14. So we were starting on F sharp minor pentatonic down here, and we're sliding up to 14. Same thing, F sharp minor pentatonic up here. So that bend takes you all the way up, sort of reaching to that. That's far. You keep doing that bend up. One of my favorite all-time ending to that leg there. So when you're coming out of that, that on your D string up to F sharp, and then back down. So you're getting that effect. All right, now here's the climb. So the climb is, I'm going to pull these effects off now. It's a little more clean sounding to my ear on there. So here's how that climb works. He's playing part of an F sharp major, or I should say dominant 7, I think, scale. So it's... He's going to repeat that in 3 different places. Then you slide up to your next position, A string on 9, and then up to the octave, and you end with the high F sharp. The little thing that he does in there, though, is every time he climbs to an octave, he hits the F sharp, he does a little triplet, or he picks it 3 times. The first time it's just 1. Okay, so that's guitar number 1. Guitar number 2 is he's just playing a major third interval off of every one of those notes. So if you were to go through and pick it all, you would start on every single note and you go and find whatever the sort of major third is from there. So the major third from the F sharp, 1, 2, 3. So you would start there. So when guitar number 1 is plucking an F sharp, guitar number 2 is plucking a B flat, right? So if you do that and you repeat that off of all of those notes on the first part of the scale, it sounds like this on every one of them. And then the same thing. So on the only difference is on the very last one, guitar number 1 climbs all the way up to F sharp, so that high F sharp, so the major third of that is there. So that's your last note. So again, guitar number 1, guitar number 2. Right? So if you wanted to do that as a single guitar, you could, and here's a way you could do that. All right, slow that down if you need to work through that. All right, so that's Woodshedding for Over the Hills and Far Away. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Give us a like if you like this video. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. It really helps us out. And let me know what you'd like me to woodshed on next time. Maybe we'll do that song. Okay, until next time, take care, everybody.